As of right now, we are just a few short days out from the release of the long-anticipated Hytale. Over the last year though, something has become very clear. Mojang is afraid of any and all competition to Minecraft. For example, around this time last year, Notch, the original creator of Minecraft, floated the idea that he might start working on a new game very similar to Minecraft, even going as far as to label it Minecraft 2. Within the next week, Mojang would release a new snapshot with heaps of new content. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've always found it hilarious that the timeline of events happened the way it did there. Hytale is more than just a hypothetical concept that never ended up coming to fruition. No, Hytale is very real and very much a serious threat to Mojang's monopoly on the survival sandbox genre. But that's actually a good thing. Before we get to that though, let's answer one question. What the fuck is a Hytale? Hytale is a survival sandbox game that's very similar to Minecraft that has been in development for over 10 years at this point. Slated to release in early access on January 13th, 2026, the story behind this game's development has been anything but smooth. Hytale was developed by Hypixel Studios. Hypixel Studios was created after the success of the Hypixel server, which was launched in 2013 by co-founders Simon Collins-Laflamme and Philippe Touchet. They're both from Quebec, so as a Canadian, yes, I am obligated to read their names in French. Hypixel has been the largest Minecraft server for many years, overtaking other titans of the times like Mineplex and holding a number of records regarding Minecraft servers in general. All of this success gave them the financial ability to launch Hypixel Studios, and Hytale started development in 2015 and was worked on quietly for about 3 years until December 13th, 2018, when the team released the iconic reveal trailer. Just a little side note here to put into perspective just how large the hype is for this game, this trailer currently has over 61 million views on YouTube. After this though, it was just kind of radio silence for multiple years until 2020 when Riot Games, the publishers behind games like Valorant and League of Legends, would purchase Hypixel Studios and as a result, Hytale. After this though, it was another long spell of radio silence, with some people theorizing that the game had been outright cancelled silently. Turns out, that's exactly what would happen, as in 2025, Riot would announce that Hytale was indeed cancelled and that they'd be scaling down Hypixel Studios. This was a massive heartbreak for the community that had been fostered around the idea of the game simply releasing for 7 years at that point, and stirred a huge amount of controversy online. If the game was cancelled last year though, how is it coming out now? Well, that's where this story turns into a brighter one, as on November 17th, 2025, Simon Collins-Laflamme would swoop in to save Hytale, announcing that he had fully purchased Hytale and Hypixel Studios back from Riot Games, reviving Hytale and sending waves of joy through the community. Through this acquisition, we learned a lot about why Hytale seemingly disappeared and eventually got cancelled. Apparently, after Riot purchased the studio, Hytale was switched from the original engine the studio had developed for it to a new and supposedly improved one. This meant that the team basically had to start from scratch though, and as a result, they had to regain all their progress. On top of this, the vision for the game was completely changed, meaning that they were essentially developing a completely new game. After years of work, it just wasn't working out, and so they canceled the project. With Simon's reacquisition though, Hytale would make a return to form using its original engine and reinstating the original vision for the game. When all was said and done, the game basically lost 5 years of development, and as a result, the build that will be released on January 13th will be very bare bones in a sense, probably being very similar to what Minecraft was like back when it was in alpha and beta. Now that we know what Hytale is, why do I think Mojang is so scared of it? Well, like I said in the beginning there, it's not necessarily Hytale itself that Mojang fears, it's competition. You have to understand that for essentially all of Minecraft's entire existence, never once was there a game that competed with it directly in its genre. Sure, it got drowned out in 2017-18-ish by Fortnite, but the survival sandbox genre has always been Minecraft or nothing. And no, those shitty little clones you used to play on your iPod in 2014 don't count. Although I'm sure there's some really big Worldcraft stands out there. Hey guys, welcome back to Worldcraft. I'm beating up this moose. Oh, the fuck, I died. Basically, this is gonna be a new experience for Minecraft and Mojang to have a direct competitor that they're definitely not gonna be used to. Part of what makes Hytale so dangerous to Minecraft is that it has that brand recognition. Like I said before, Hypixel is currently the largest Minecraft server and holds multiple records surrounding that title. Simply put, everyone knows Hypixel. Tons of YouTubers got their start or big break on Hypixel. Technoblade, one of, if not the most known Minecraft YouTubers, created tons of content surrounding Hypixel, forming this symbiotic relationship between him and the server, where he grows and the server grows. Unfortunately, Technoblade tragically passed away in 2022, but what he did not only for Hypixel, but also for Minecraft was huge. With Hytale being very similar to Minecraft, it would be very easy for Minecraft players to also become Hytale players. Now, I'm aware that people can play both games. Obviously, on release, Hytale is not going to obliterate Minecraft in 5 nanoseconds. In fact, the most likely scenario is that Hytale won't even be a problem for Minecraft for many years to come. But for a game like Minecraft that thrives in longevity, the future is a very important thing to consider. Not only is Hytale cheaper than Minecraft, being about $20 for the standard edition, it's also fully independent, meaning that there are no restraints on any decisions regarding the game. It's no secret that recent Minecraft updates have been kinda to say the least. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the new stuff, but like, what does the leaf litter do for the game exactly besides making forests look like shit? Of course, there have been good things, like the new zombie horse jockeys. Go watch my video about that if you're interested. But Minecraft has a case of what I'd like to call never add anything too coolitis. You see, Mojang tries way too hard to please everyone, which if you've ever tried to do anything for people before, you'll know is impossible. The community was getting tired of waiting a year for like 10 new items that barely interact with the existing game at all. And so, Mojang took this as, people love 10 new items that barely interact with the existing game. It's just the year-long wait that they hate. And so they decided to start releasing 4 new items that barely interact with the game 4 times a year. On paper, it's actually more new stuff, so what can they possibly complain about now? Oh, there's people that are actually starting to prefer the old system because it tied all the new content together and updates actually felt meaningful and well thought out? Well, that doesn't matter because there's more people that just call those people ungrateful, nostalgia blind fucks and kiss our asses. In my opinion, moving to this drop system was 100% not the way to go, and that Mojang would have been much better to just stop rushing updates and release them when they're ready. Unfortunately though, someone had a quarterly margin to uphold, and that's why Hytale being independent is such a large advantage for it. On Hytale's end, there's no reason to rush an update. There is no margin to hit. And most importantly, there is no ultra demographic targeted agenda being pushed behind the scenes that causes content to not be allowed in the game. Hytale is simply a game focused first and foremost on being a game. And that, in the long run, is what will make Hytale a serious candidate to take over in the genre. Let me make it clear though that this is a good thing. If Hytale is good and it starts to siphon players from Minecraft, Minecraft in turn has to do better to keep up. That is literally the very basis of how competition benefits consumers. I don't want Minecraft to die. I want it to be the best it can. I love this game, and so does the dev team over at Hypixel Studios. It's why Hytale even exists in the first place, and so what better way is there to give thanks to Minecraft than to help it become even better? Thank you all for watching. Go pre-order Hytale, and I'll see you in the next one, okay?